Hey everyone, it's just Robbie here from the MMA Flow. Finally caught myself up on the BJ Penn vs. Yair Rodriguez fight. Ooh, my thoughts on it. Well,
and I can't stand the pain.
it was rough. It was rough. BJ took an absolute beatdown. It's pretty much what I expected. I thought BJ would be a bit too tough to go down early and would have to survive the first round. And he took a beating. Like, he took some hard kicks. Yair is one crazy dude, like Mexican born from the bar parts of the neighborhood, just throwing at BJ. And BJ's just taking these kicks. There's that one specific one I'm sure everyone remembers when Yair does a full like 360 and then kicks BJ in the head, and he's only got one hand protecting, and you can tell that it's still concussed him through it, and BJ's clumsily walking around and it was rough. It was a hard fight. Like, I wasn't happy the fight was booked. I don't think it ever should have been booked. And yeah, like, the MMA gods have spoken. But on a side note, like, I don't know. I think they need to launch an investigation to find out whether Yair is a ninja, because some of the stuff he's throwing is absolutely incredible. I think everyone's calling for the Conor McGregor fight. Like, probably Yair needs one more, a big contender fight to build his name and his like legitimacy. But who doesn't want to see that fight? Conor McGregor versus Yair Rodriguez. Sign me up right now, baby. And the co-main event after that, obviously, Lozon versus Hold. Yeah, well, a big controversy with the decision. Really weird decision. Lozon even said after the fight he thought he lost and he felt bad because the last fight he fought he won and he didn't get the win. And I agree with him. I don't know what fight the refs were watching, whether they're looking at the girls out back or what they were doing, but they weren't watching that fight. I think it's pretty clear that Held definitely won round 2 and 3. Obviously Lozon was attempting submissions. He had that near armbar at one point, but it never really looked like it hurt Held. Like, it didn't look like it did much damage to his arm, and he got straight out of it, kept top position. Unless someone does like severe damage to like an actual arm or something like that, I can't justify giving him any points in scoring. It doesn't make any sense to me. A fight should be based purely on the amount of damage you inflict on the person. Like, any street fight that I've ever watched, the guy who lands the most hits you call the winner. It's just simple as that. If one guy has a bloody nose and the other guy doesn't, he's clean, then the guy who's clean wins. Who cares what wrestling and all this weird stuff happens? It doesn't matter. So it's still, it's still a good fight. I was really impressed by Held. I think, a few things probably popped up. His last fight against Diego that I probably should have considered more, like UFC nerves. The fact that he's fighting in Mexico, with the elevation. A lot of fighters had massive issues fighting in Mexico because the elevation is just so different.
Oh man, this is hard.
Dad?
I should have really, you should take that way more into account considering there's UFC jitters and stuff. Looks like he's coming to his own. Looked more like he was implementing his plan more so than Lawson fighting back. So the Sanders-McGee fight, against Court McGee, what I expected. Like, Court McGee, one tough dude. Ben Saunders said it after the fight. That dude's, dirt tough, I think he was saying. He's absolute dirt tough. And I completely agree with him. I'm not surprised that was such a hard fight for Saunders. I thought Court was going to take the decision. I agree with the judges on this one. I've rewatched the second round. I think that's where the debate is. It's pretty obvious Ben won the first round. It's pretty obvious Court won the third. That second round, it gets a bit confusing. But I think if you rewatch it with a clear eye and a clear mind, you kind of get the vibe that Court's just continuously walking forward, putting pressure, but not landing clean, efficient punches. Ben's landing the cleaner, more efficient punches. He's getting tired, but at that point, he's still implementing his game plan. It's only really in round 3 that Court gets the takedown and really pushes forward his plan. So I actually agree with the judges on this one. Even though I picked Court by decision before the fight, I thought I do agree on this one. It was a pretty good fight. I'm a little disappointed with Ben. I know I said I didn't think he'd win, but if he did win, I wanted to see a good performance. I wanted to see him, showing that he's a really dominant, scary force in the division, which he hasn't done. The Pettis-Moraga fight, really good by Pettis. I was talking to my friend about it actually, And Pettis has really filled into his body. He's, he looks like a man. He looks like he's actually started growing into his body. He looks fit. He looks lean. He looks strong. Whereas before, he just looked like a tiny little kid. Looked like, I don't want to like talk bad. He looked like he could push him over. Obviously, he couldn't. But he looked small. But now he's actually looking like his punches looked hard. They looked tough. He's hitting Moraga, especially in that first round. That first round was really entertaining, especially near the end. He's landing these beautiful straight punches. Moraga, he stumbles and he's just keep coming down the line. Moraga's a tough opponent. He's hard to take out. He got saved by the bell in the first when the big damage was inflicted. He managed to, as Pettis got tired, he can inflict as much damage as you'd like. But I saw a great performance by Pettis. He's a few good fights away, and he might be in title contention. I think those fights will be the really big ones to see how he's gonna look in regards to title contention. Last I just have to mention obviously the Olynyk was it Ezekiel choke. I don't even know what the submission's called. That was that was cool. It was sick. Obviously from the bottom position, which isn't usually even done. Apparently, I read an interview from him, and he's saying like he let him get into position. He doesn't lock it on the choke too much. He lets him get into like that full mount position to almost set a trap. And as he's in, completely locked in with his neck exposed, that's when he started clamping down on it. And beautiful. Like, I'm all for seeing new submissions. That was sick. Absolutely awesome, man. You're seeing these new cool things every single day in the sport. So I'm all on board. The fights are amazing. Awesome times, mate. I'm absolutely loving it. I'm enjoying making these videos as well. I'm looking forward to the next one. More videos to be coming out soon. I might start talking about some hot topics that I'm really interested in. Obviously, wouldn't mind touching on the Mark Hunt UFC contract debate. Massive Mark Hunt fan, as you can imagine, in Australia. He's huge down here. I used to watch Mark Hunt in K1. Like that's how back in Oz he's a legend. Back in his K1 career, anyone who was into the fight game was into Mark Hunt. And I've followed him ever since before he was in the UFC, and then ever since. So I wanted to touch on some other topics I've got interest in. But obviously, feel free to leave a comment. Love talking about the fights. Subscribe if you like. But hope everyone has a good day, man. I hope everyone enjoyed this. They've got over the BJ Penn loss and hopefully moved on. But yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one.